Hey everybody, got a little how-to video here for you. Um, what's going on is I did a mod for a buddy of mine, and this EQ that was that we got for the guitar, we forgot to get a power supply for it, and we got one on the way, but until that shows up, I'm going to go ahead and hook them up with a battery clip, basically. And so I thought, as long as I'm doing it, might as well film it. So this is going to be a little how-to of how to hook up a battery clip for a guitar pedal. So here's the pedal in question. It's a 7-band unit from Behringer. It's actually quite nice. Real clean and stuff. Good full sound and everything. The reason why I've got it up here now, it's hooked up to the daisy chain for my pedal board, is we were testing it out to make sure it worked. It's one of these things that has switches built into both the input and the output, so it's got to be all like hooked up and powered up before it'll actually turn on. So, but yeah, we got a light and it's working and everything, so it's all good. So now I'm going to be putting together this thing for it. Okay, so where are we at here? Let me tilt this down some. So there's a couple things going on. Pedals are like reverse polarity from the rest of the world, so we're going to have to go black to red and red to black, most likely. I'll check to make sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to go this way. And then as far as like actually connecting the wires, I'm going to be using what's called a Union Pacific splice, which is a way of twisting the wires together that holds it very securely, even without solder. And then I'm going to solder it. So I'll be demonstrating that. First step is I got to get this stuff stripped back. You're going to strip it back for a Union Pacific splice. You're going to strip it back about twice as far as you would if you were just twisting them together in what's called a pigtail splice. So I'm probably going to take them back, about 2 centimeters, about an inch, something like that, on both of these. And heating them up can make life easier. So you can practically just do it this way. There it is. And as soon as you pull it off, you want to twist them up so they don't fray. So that's one. Yeah, I didn't do that very cleanly. I've still got some plastic on this. All right, that's 2. And over here, I got to take some of this stuff off. Start by heating it up a bit, make it easier. Now, wonder if this will work. Don't want to cut too deep. I don't want to cut into the red or the black conductor. But a little of that, and a little heat might get it to the point where I can pull it off. There it is. Come on. There we go. Okay. I'm going to strip these two back as well. That's one. Make sure to get all the plastic out of the strands of copper. The reason why I like to do it this way is because if you're using like one of these things, you can accidentally cut a strand, which is not good. And this way you can't really cut a strand. Alright, everybody's all twisted up and stripped. Now I'm just going to twist them together in a pigtail right quick to make sure the polarity's correct. So we want to reverse the polarity, black to red, like that. And black to red. Make sure my red's all twisted up nicely first. Alright, black to red. Nobody touching, no touching allowed. And pedal. Battery. And yep, I heard it go click. And yep, we have power. Cool. Alright, so that's the correct polarity. Okay. Now I'm going to do them in a Union Pacific splice, so I need to take them back apart. So untwist those and untwist these. And twist up the individual ones again to make sure they're all nice and neat. Okay, black to red, the Union Pacific splice. I want to take them and I want to cross them in the middle like this, or actually maybe have go like 2/3 of the way down and 2/3 of the way down, so you've got more sticking out at the ends a little bit. And then what I want to do is I wrap this guy around here like this. And you can't see anything with my fingers in the way, but okay, so there, that's 1/2 done. And what I did is I took this strand over here and I kept wrapping it around. That's the red one. And now this black one that's over here, I wrap around this bit right in here, like this. Just make sure it's all twisted up tight. Then I want to wrap it around here. Round and round until it's all wrapped up. Except I forgot one thing, and that is I'm supposed to put on shrink wrap first. And now you get to see how hard it is to undo a Union Pacific splice. You have to unwrap one side, and then you have to unwrap the other side. Come on. Once you get them loose enough, they'll pull apart, and this one will still be coiled up, and then you have to uncoil it. Like that. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, whenever you're putting the wires together, you always got to remember to put the heat shrink on first. All right. So you get your heat shrink. And I guess we'll go with like a couple pieces about yay long, maybe you ought to do. That should work. Let's see here. Okay, now, heat shrink. Now wire them together. Black to red. Cross them. And then wrap. And it can be kind of tricky to get spindly little wires like guitar wires to wrap tightly, but try to get it as tight as you can. Once you get them all kind of wrapped around, you can just kind of keep twisting it like this and it'll tighten up on you. Notice that I'm wrapping one this way and the other one this way, so that, yeah, and there it is. And it won't pull apart and it won't push together, and yeah, it's a real strong joint, or splice. Now, a little bit of solder. Get the gun plugged in. Gun's plugged in. Clean it off. Should do. Tin it up. Come on, gun. Oh, it's going to be uncooperative today. Of course. I can smell it. It's a cheap gun. What do you want? It's hardly better than an iron. Sometimes, at least. All right, where are we at here? It's being uncooperative. Oh, it helps if you plug it into a live socket. I'll be back. Okay, I got it going. I think probably should put this on a block of wood. Where's the block of wood? All right. I was going a minute ago. Might be time for a new solder gun. That's more like it. All right. Slide that up over it and gently heat one side and the other. That's half of it. And you just repeat for the other half. So, make sure your ends are twisted up. And you've got your heat shrink on. Cross the wires. Then this guy goes around that way, and this guy comes back around this way when you're wrapping. So you wrap this guy up. And if you do this a lot, you get real good at it as far as like figuring out exactly how much wire you want sticking out here and where to have it wrap exactly to the end, which is the ideal way to do it. If you end up with like way more wire here than you need, you can always cut the extra off. Since this stuff is really thin and spindly, if I could even get it tight and it reached the end, I'd probably just start wrapping back in the other direction to beef it up a bit. Which I'm almost sort of doing now. So there's the second one. And a little bit of solder. That should take care of it. Slide this guy out. Go on, you get on there. That's it. All the way up nice and snug. That ought to do it. Alright, so one end we got a plug, and we got our reverse polarity, and at the other end we got our clip. Get our battery, and clip it on. There we go. And then we got our box. And our power jack. Our food cord in the way. Battery's low on the phone. The camera. And there it is. Except the guitar's not plugged in. But yeah, that's all there is to it. So, this might help somebody out if you're ever need to hook up one of these things. You can also buy them online. You do need to do a search and make sure that it's for guitar pedal because of the reverse polarity. And if you're ever buying just a generic power supply, make sure it's one that's got a polarity switch so it'll work with the pedal. I think that's going to do it for this video. Until the next one, whatever it is, see, I'm working on guitar number 3 today, which ought to make a lot of people happy because folks seem to have taken a keen interest in that particular build. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.